8 minutes and 46 seconds. 526 seconds. 526 seconds on 5/25/2020. Did you know that it takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds for light from the sun to reach the earth? Why 8 minutes and 20 seconds though? Doesn't the sun know that the earth needs its light? Yes, but you see, the speed of light in a vacuum isn't really up for negotiation, and it takes approximately 8 minutes to travel the distance between the sun and the earth. And since the sun is 93 million miles away and the speed of light is 299,792,458 meters per second, I guess that's as fast as it can get here. Without negotiation, of course. You see, negotiation will be a distraction. Sunlight takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds because with all of its speed and power, it has to. The officers who killed George Floyd took 8 minutes and 46 seconds because they wanted to, because they could. 1 minute has gone by. You see, the sun doesn't have a choice, but they did. George Floyd died because the officers were literally in negotiation about whether or not he was innocent or guilty. Derek Chauvin was in negotiation, distracted by his authority as an officer, distracted by his ignorance and racism, distracted by his fear of an unarmed black man. If the sun is 93 million miles away, what was Chauvin's excuse when he was right on Floyd's neck? What about the other officers? Their complicit behavior and silence is true violence. We don't care that it wasn't their knee on his neck. It's not the fact that they didn't do it. It's the fact that they didn't do anything. Nothing to stop it, nothing to help. They had 8 minutes and 46 seconds to negotiate, and they negotiated about the wrong things. 2 minutes have gone by. Nobody negotiated on Floyd's well-being. Nobody negotiated that he was actually innocent until proven guilty. Nobody negotiated that George Floyd mattered, that the pain he was experiencing mattered. Because when you're Black in America, your pain, your rights, your voice, your innocence doesn't matter. That's why it didn't matter to the officers who killed Breonna Taylor that it was the wrong apartment. That's why it didn't matter that Tamir Rice was playing with a toy gun. That's why it didn't matter that Eric Garner could not breathe. That Ahmaud Arbery was just out for a jog. That Elijah McClain was just dancing his way home. And that Jacob Blake was actually breaking up a fight. Because when you're Black in America, you're guilty first and you don't matter. And when they want to shout to the top of their lungs about pro-life and all lives matter, save that shit. 3 minutes have gone by. Did all lives matter when our ancestors were stolen from their homeland? Did all lives matter when our brothers and sisters were lynched and people watched their beautiful Black bodies burn like an art exhibit? How about when those same Black bodies were used for science experiments? Or when laws were created that continue to enslave us for their benefit, hell, mass incarceration? Or what about when 4 little girls were killed in a church? A church. Did all lives matter when killing, raping, and enslaving our people was justified in the name of God? My God. We hear shouts of all lives matter, and there are still human beings locked up in cages on the border. If all lives matter, you wouldn't have slaughtered and stolen your way to freedom. The only lives that matter to you are the ones that you benefit from. Make America great again? You mean the America built by us for you? 4 minutes have gone by. 8 minutes and 46 seconds. 526 seconds on 5/25/2020. If it takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds for sunlight to reach the earth, why has it taken over 400 years for this country to see that Black lives matter? Why has it taken over 160 days and counting for justice to be brought forth for Breonna Taylor? Maybe they're too colorblind to see now. Or maybe because instead of using their power to give Black people what we need and deserve, they've used it to implement ways to systematically oppress our community. It's now in our healthcare systems, in education, in corporate America, in our entertainment, even in our neighborhoods. And guess what? They've ingrained it into our minds and how we see one another. Although we may never kill each other because of the color of our skin, we do the dirty work for them when we turn against each other, when we don't lift up each other, when we don't support one another, when we don't look out for each other, when we don't protect each other. We are all of each other's business, and I am my brothers and sisters' keeper. 5 minutes have gone by. Honestly, I'm not an expert in Black history or politics, and I may not have all the words I need today to speak to your heart. But what I do know is that when I look upon your faces, I see George Floyd. And when I look in the mirror every morning, I see Breonna Taylor. I wake up Black every day, and every day I have to fight to not be a statistic or a hashtag. The police won't care that I graduated from Texas Tech University summa cum laude. They won't care that my dad used to be the first assistant district attorney of Dallas County. They won't care that my mom keeps checking my location and make sure that I make it home safe. And they won't care that my baby brother needs me to protect and look out for him. They won't care that my friends need their strong friend to confide in. And that's why every single day I have to fight both subconsciously and consciously. 6 minutes have gone by. The scariest part about this fight is not that I get tired, but that sometimes I don't know how to fight because I cannot clearly see who or what I am fighting. From slavery to mass incarceration, from segregation to Jim Crow, hell, from the new Jim Crow all the way to police brutality, racism continues to change its face, to morph, multiply, and infect this world by blending in with the times. They used to wear white masks and hold burning crosses in the name of white power. Now, they wear badges and wave around guns in the name of justice. Let me tell you that the enemy wants us to think that our work here is done or that we've accomplished enough. They thought that we would be satisfied with these officers being fired or convicted. We're not. We won't be satisfied until the color of our skin no longer incriminates us, until the Karens and Peters of this world stop using the police to send us to our deaths, until the police and the government stop using the law to justify killing us for being Black. We have only begun to scratch the surface, and we must continue the fight of our parents and their parents, and so on and so on. 1 minute and 46 seconds left. Rome was in fact not built in a day, but 1,000 years. And they laid bricks every hour of the day. Brick by brick by brick by brick. 100 years from now, will the generations after us be able to say that our generation laid our bricks to build an empire? Now is the time for us to start and continue to lay our bricks. Every hour, every day, so long as you have breath in your body, you better lay some bricks. At your job, in your school, in your friend group, in your home, lay your bricks. In your community, on every single election day, go vote or get somebody registered to vote. Go to jury duty, lay your bricks. Teach the babies who are watching you so that when you get tired, they can lay their bricks. And don't take the bricks that you've been called to lay for granted. No matter how big or how small, no matter what industry you're in, no matter what position you hold, lay your bricks. If we don't lay down our bricks to rebuild and restructure this nation we call the land of the free, no one will ever be free. Will it take another 8 minutes and 46 seconds? Will it take another 400 years for this country to get it right? And will it take another 100 days for the officers who killed Breonna Taylor to be held accountable? Will it take another video for you to take action? Remember how I said it takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds for sunlight to reach the earth? Well, Time's up. And you are the light that this world needs. So, are you gonna get to work? Or do you need another 8 minutes and 46 seconds?